Fresh questions are emerging over the circumstances surrounding the death of former Lugari Member of Parliament and ex-cabinet minister Cyrus Jirongo. A security guard who was at the petrol station says he witnessed the fatal crash, offering an account that appears to contradict earlier reports about the moments leading to the accident. The late Jirongo is no longer being viewed as a normal road accident, despite CCTV footage, eyewitness accounts, and statements from close associates. Critical gaps remain in the timeline of his final hours. Investigators, family members, and political allies are now questioning the inconsistencies and unexplained movements before the fatal crash along the Nakuru-Nairobi highway. Our senior investigative reporter, Zachary Kwanya, filed the following story.
It was unidentified companion meetings and final 45 seconds captured on CCTV that raises more questions than answers. Why did Jirongo's movement contradict his own plans? His close associates now say that Jirongo had clear plans for the following day, including a scheduled Saturday 1 p.m. meeting with former Vihiga Senator George Kaniri and Philip Kisia. Yet, instead of heading home after his evening engagement in Karen, he drove towards Naivasha late that night, an expected change that his friend says he had not mentioned. This raises a fundamental question: what prompted the sudden and planned journey towards Naivasha?
He was traveling from Karen. He was supposed to travel from Karen to his home in Gigiri. But now he was found dead on Naivasha-Nairobi Road, traveling from Naivasha towards Nairobi. So we don't know. The only people who can find out is police. If they can check on the cameras, they should be able to tell, because there are cameras. They should be able to tell how this car traveled all the way to that side and back.
Naivasha is not in between here and Karen. How did he find himself in Naivasha, driving back to Nairobi? In Naivasha, driving back to Nairobi. That's a mystery that must be unraveled.
What was the purpose of the Karen meeting? According to George Kaniri, Jirongo was last seen at Karen Oasis Bar in the company of National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula and other unidentified individuals. Wetangula reportedly left before 11 p.m. This marked the last time Jirongo was in a group setting. The last confirmed phone call between Kaniri and Jirongo took place at 11 p.m. At this time, Jirongo was still at Karen Oasis. By then, Wetangula had already left, according to Kaniri. The next confirmed sighting came nearly 2.5 hours later when a boda rider allegedly saw a woman exit Jirongo's Mercedes-Benz near a hotel along the highway at around 1:30 a.m. Multiple reports indicate that Jirongo was traveling with a female companion earlier that night. An eyewitness reportedly seeing the woman exit the vehicle near the hotel along the highway. Her identity remains unknown as the reason for her travel with Jirongo, where they had come from, while she exited the vehicle during this time. It is also unclear whether the investigators have identified her, traced or interviewed her, on whether she was a friend, colleague, stranger, or someone else entirely. CCTV footage reviewed by the DCI shows Jirongo driving into a petrol station at 2:18 a.m. from Nairobi direction. He did not stop to fuel. Instead, he paused briefly at the exit before making a right turn back towards Nairobi. The Directorate of Criminal Investigation have reportedly begun reviewing the CCTV footage, interviewing witnesses. However, there has been no public mention of the examination of Jirongo's phone GPS status, calls made between 11 p.m. and the time of the crash, messages sent and received, or whether the phone was recovered intact. Such digital evidences could have clarified several unresolved aspects of the case. At 2:19 a.m., just 6 seconds later, a bus rammed into his vehicle. Jirongo was seen driving towards Naivasha before abruptly turning back towards Nairobi. The reason for this change remains unclear, with possibilities including disorientation, following direction, meeting someone, responding to a phone call, or being followed. The bus driver initially claimed that Jirongo was overtaking and avoiding traffic at the time of collision. This account was contradicted by the petrol station's security guard, who witnessed the crash and stated that the circumstances were unusual and that there was no traffic at that time. As investigations continues, testimonies add new layer to the story that has gripped the nation, leaving many awaiting for clarity on what truly happened in the early morning of the Nairobi-Nakuru highway. Some observers have raised concern about the possibility of a foul play due to the unusual sequence of events and lack of clarity surrounding Jirongo's movement. While no evidence has been presented to support this theory, several factors continue to raise suspicion, including unexplained detour, the unidentified companion, the petrol station stop, contradicting witnesses' account, and the meeting hours before his death. Zachary Kwanya, KTV News.